أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أفمن اتبع رضوان الله كمن باء بسخط من الله ومأواه جهنم وبئس المصير هم درجات عند الله والله بصير بما يعملون. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah Al-Imran, ayat number 162 and 163. In both ayat, Allah is comparing two persons. The one person who is trying his best to make Allah happy. The other person who is trying his best to make Allah angry. So it means one person is obedient of Allah and wants the will of Allah. And the other person is disobedient. After doing sinful act, is not requesting Allah for tawbah astaghfar, but is willful to do the other sinful act. So this way, the person is not coming back to the forgiveness and tawbah astaghfar before Allah, but trying to go into more deep of sinful act, doing other one. So it means this type of person who is trying to make Allah angry, so that person's reward is hell. That will stay there, but that is the worst place. So this way Allah is telling us that there is no comparability of these two persons, because the person who is good person, that person is like a light, but the person who is bad person doing sinful act, making life just for his own love, not for love of Allah. So it means following only desires to fulfill those desires which are coming from the nafs of the person. So that person is making Allah angry. But the other person who has also desires like that person, but that person is sacrificing all desires and replacing them with the will of Allah. So that person is the best of all. This way Allah has so many status, like the people who are muttaqeen, who are good doers, who are nice people, they have separate categories before Allah. Same like that, the people who are disobedient, they have different categories before Allah. But at the day of judgment, Allah will show everything, because Allah is watching everything. Allah knows what we do, Allah listens, and Allah has knowledge of everything, because Allah kulli shayin qadir. So this way Allah knows everything. So we read these ayat, then we understand more better, inshallah. So Allah said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Afaman ittaba'a ridwanallahi. Afaman. So how could a person nittaba'a, who submit himself or herself, Ridwan Allah, to the happiness of Allah, to the pleasure of Allah. أَفَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ رِضْوَانَ اللَّهِ. How could a person who submits to the pleasure of Allah, to the happiness of Allah, he may be like kamam ba'a. How may be possible this person is equal to or like the person bisakhatim min Allah, who is returning with the displeasure of Allah, who is returning to make Allah angry, who is coming back towards Allah with the angerness of Allah. It means the person returning mean the person death, when the person is just to die. So that person has not done tawbah, astaghfar, nothing at all, but have done more sinful act and made his life worst. So that person finished his life, completed his life and doing the sinful act. Never came to Allah for forgiveness, for tawbah, astaghfar. This way Allah said, وَمَاوَاهُ جَهَنَّمْ, and ultimate place of that person is hell. وَمَاوَاهُ جَهَنَّمْ, and ultimate place for that person is hell. Mawa mean the place, the residing place. Jahannam, hell. وَبِيسَ الْمَصِيرُ, Bisa mean the bad, the worst. Masir, place, the worst place. The Bisa al-Masir, the hell is the worst place. Next ayat Allah said, Hum darajatun, and Allah has different ranks. Darajatin indallah, with the Allah. So with Allah there are different ranks, status of the people. Wallahu, and Allah basirun, and Allah is watching bima ya'malun, what they are doing. So what the people they are doing, Allah knows all that because Allah is watching. So we read one time more. Allah said, the ayat number 162, أَفَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ رِضْوَانَ اللَّهِ كَمَنْ بَاءَ بِسَخَطٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَمَأْوَاهُ جَهَنَّمُ وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ. So I am telling you after comparison of these, Allah said, a person who is busy every time to make Allah happy, and the other person who is busy to make Allah angry with his deeds. Do you think they are equal? The place of the person who makes Allah angry is the hell, and it is the worst place. And the next ayat Allah said, Hum darajatun indallah, wallahu basirum bima ya'malun. And they have different status, different ranks before Allah. So, and Allah is watching what they are doing. So we understand here there is comparison of two persons. The first person is that one who is making Allah happy because that person wants will of Allah only. Ridwan Allah, it means the person is trying to make Allah happy with the will of Allah. What Allah wants, that person is happy with that. So it means these people are those one who have no greed of paradise, no fear of hell, but will of Allah only. They are agree with that. So they are the best person whose entire ultimate desire is the will of Allah. So these people are so much fine people, are more better than all types of other people, because they every time try to make Allah happy. They never do any type of thing which makes Allah angry. So they are people of taqwa, they are people of sacrifice, because even they sacrifice their things, time and money and everything just for Allah. And they are sincere in that one. not showy, not pretending, no any type of greed, nothing, but just for Allah every time. They have no proudness, no show off, so they are just for Allah with sincerity. Even when there is need to fight for Allah, they are ready to fight for that. And if they have money, they try to be generous. And with the name of Allah, they try to help the people, the needy people, where the money is really needed. They never close it, but they open it, so that the needful things of the people should be fulfilled completely and fully. And the other thing, the best thing of these people, they are just to sacrifice their desires just for Allah. And when they give something to the people or help the people, or then for every type of favor what they do for the people, they are not to remind them, because they think that they have done it just for Allah. So they did and they forgot. So they are like that. And the other thing very important, when they try to find some people are having different conflictions or some problems, they try to remove the mistakes or conflictions in a beautiful way, to make the slope, inclination of the people towards Sirat Mustaqim. So they are this type of people. This way Allah said, أَفَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ رِضْوَانَ اللَّهِ. So these are the people who are trying to make Allah happy. So it means these type of people, they are busy every time to make Allah happy. But the other people, كَمَنْ بَاءَ بِسَخَطٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ, the other person who is trying to make Allah angry every time. So these are the fasik people. Fasik means sinful person. Sinful person is that one when the person is just to do a mistake or blunder or sinful act, then after that person is not to bow down before Allah for forgiveness or repentance. So he or she is not to do tawbah astaghfar and try to do other sinful act. So then Allah is waiting for that person to come for forgiveness, but that person is trying to go the third sinful act. Even this person gets the habit to do the sinful act. So this person becomes fasik. So then Allah's angerness, that person is earning, that if the person is dying in that condition, so then automatically the place for that person is hell. Similarly, the munafiqeen, the hypocrites, and these are the people also who are also making Allah angry, because munafiq is the person who is kafir from inside, who is not Muslim, but showy Muslim. Outside you can see a Muslim. It is like you can get a fruit. The fruit outside look like very nice, but when you open it, the inside is completely burned out. Maybe worms and too many troubles and problems, and you can see inside the fruit has been finished. So it has got so many worms, or inside it is not that one what you were thinking. Similarly, some people, they are just to torture other people. They try to grasp the people of other people unlawfully. And some people, they are just to occupy some things of the other people. And some try to steal the things. And some people are cheating and deceiving others. These all are making Allah angry. And so many other things they do, like they are trying to fulfill their demand. Demand means their desires. What they want, they try to fulfill that. What their mind or their nafs wants, they try to do that at all cost. Their every work is just for their own benefit. And they are not to look at the benefit of the society according to Islam. They are just to look at the benefit of their own or their own family, nothing else. Same like that, they try to, when they are trying to get their own benefit, they try to spread up some type of things which create in the people's mind like not reality but imagination, but some type of wrong ideas or some type of things which are not good according to Islam, but they try to spread up those one in order to get their goal. So this is the thing. So they are greedy people, proud people, and show off people. They pretend the things before the people. They are just to love their own prestige. They love their own the popularity or dignity or their own, but they don't want the dignity of Allah, dignity of Sharia, dignity of Islam. So they are just for themselves. And these people, selfish people, these people who are sinful people, and these people are making Allah angry. This way Allah is telling us in this ayat, أَفَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ رِضْوَانَ اللَّهِ كَمَنْ بَاءَ بِسَخَطٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ. So do you think that the person who is trying to make his full effort just following the Sharia according to Quran and Sunnah completely and fully to get the will of Allah, is that person, do you think may be equal to other one who is trying to make Allah angry? So the person who try to make Allah angry, that person is not coming back to Tawbah Astaghfar, and he has no shy and shame, and that person even is not thinking that the Allah's angerness, Allah is giving to that person more and more time so that this person should do more and more sinful act. Some people, Allah make the grip for those people in this world, like inna batsha rabbika la shadid. So Allah's grip that makes the person spoiling and destroying the things, even whatever the person's life. So the person feel and have to suffer the consequences of those one because of Allah's grip. But some people, Allah is leaving them to do everything, and Allah will have a grip on the neck of those people at the day of judgment. So those will be under trouble there. So this way, even you can see the munafiqeen, they are not a good people. They try to spread up wrong things, wrong ideas, in order to get their own aims and objective. Like in the battle of Uhud, when the Holy Prophet ﷺ was also in the battle, but when the kuffar, they came in the second phase, and they have done so much loss for the Muslim army, Muslim people, and they said Holy Prophet ﷺ is also with us. Why we have been defeated? Why we have got so much loss? So it means that time they tried their best to motivate, to excite, to persuade the Muslims to leave the Islam, to come back to their original religion on which they were before Islam. They tried their best. So this was the trick of the munafiqeen. So munafiqeen, they try their best to tilt you from your right path. Keep in mind that these people, they have the worst place than those people who are kuffar. Because Allah said, Innal munafiqina fi darkil asfali minan nar. So their place is at the bottom of the hell. So much trouble will be there for them. Even Allah said, in Surah Sajda, ayat number 18, أَفَمَنْ كَانَ مُؤْمِنًا كَمَنْ كَانَ فَاسِقًا. This is also again is like a question type. Allah said, أَفَمَنْ كَانَ. Do you think that the person who has iman, the person who has mu'min, أَفَمَنْ كَانَ مُؤْمِنًا, a person who has iman, who is mu'min person, who is good person, who is right believer, Kaman kana fasika. Do you think that person is equal to other person who is doing sinful act? So this is a question like Allah is asking us that do you think the person who is believer, is that person is equal to that person who is committing the sins? So this way you can see Allah is also giving so many examples in Holy Quran. So the main thing is that one, we have to understand the difference that what Allah wants, the intention must be pure and the deed must be pure, and we must be sincere to do that one just for Allah. And we have to follow Sharia completely and fully in order to be successful in this world and the world hereafter, to make Allah happy and to make our way to the paradise. Allah give us tawfiq. Ameen.